Look at somebody next to you and tell them, the fight is on. Take your seat, take your seat, take your seat. Needs to know that even though Goliath is taller and bigger and he may be stronger, that the race is not given, my God, to the swift, neither the race, my God, to the strong, but it's to those who will endure to the end. Somebody needs to know, in the midst of you fighting, in the midst of the tension, for that word fight in the Hebrew, it actually means to combat. It means to move into a boxing ring, to come face to face with something and to contend, to have conflict, but it also means to agonize. That in the midst of you fighting, you've got to be so prepared that regardless to what the enemy says, you've got to know that God is with you, man. You've got to know that you're not in this thing alone. In boxing terms, they would basically say something like this: the fight is fixed. What are you saying, Bishop? The Bible tells us that greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. If God be for us, who can be against us? What you talking about, man? How you gonna let the enemy box you in the corner and tell you shut up, silence you, tell you even though you may have lost your job last week that you're never gonna get another one? The devil is a liar. It needs to be somebody that will move the enemy in the corner and say, you shot your best shot, but now I'm getting ready to jab you. I'm getting ready to hit you. I know what you're saying, that I didn't get all the degrees that I might have wanted, but it's time for some man to be able to stand up and say, the fight is on. I'm going to fight for it. I'm fighting for my health. I'm fighting for my children. I'm fighting for my community. Devil, you took your best shot. You tried to depress me. You tried to get me to the place where I thought I was not good enough. I was not bright enough. Some parents even told you, well, you're not like the other children, that you're another sheep or another species. But I want to tell somebody today, I don't care what anybody said. My God, if the devil spoke to you and told you you're not going to make it, I come to tell somebody today that that's a prophecy, that whatever he says, you got to turn it around. That if he tells you you're not going to make it, you got to be able to say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You shot your best shot. You got me when I was down. You got me when I was depressed. Oh my God. You got me feeling sorry for myself. You got me thinking I couldn't stay married because I looked at somebody on TBN and they're mad. The devil is a lie. You shot your best shot. I don't care what you say. Yeah, it happened in Florida and they broke up. It happened in Tampa and they broke up. It happened in Atlanta and they broke up. But God needs some men that will say, God is with me, and if God be on my side, who can be against me? The fight is on. If you want it, you got to fight for it. Look at somebody and say, if you want it, you got to fight for it. Oh, my God. When the enemy comes in like a flood, then what's going to happen? The Spirit is going to stand up and lift up a standard against him. So when you mess up, when you feel a little bit of a struggle there, sometimes, listen, we're not going to put it on everybody else. Sometimes there are some struggles that take place in our try to hit you, try to jab you, and every now and then, in the midst, he'll get a good blow in. The doctor's report was a blow. My God. And then you begin to stumble and sometimes you fall. Oh my God. On the ground. But listen, you can get knocked down, but don't get knocked out. I need somebody to say, you. Oh God. Sometimes all I need is one of the brothers to tell me, you can make it, man. You can get up from there. You don't have to stay there. You messed up, but don't stay condemned. You slipped up, but don't stay there. You went in sin, but you can make it. Somebody touch somebody else, say, you can make it. Hey, be not weary in your well-doing, for you shall reap in due season if you faint not. Sometimes there's another blow. Sometimes you get weak in your body. You get exhausted, and the enemy will mess with your home. He'll mess with your finances. He'll mess with your children. He'll mess with your church. You'll get so confused. Am I supposed to be in the house of God? Do I want to be saved? Do I want to stay delivered? Am I supposed to be at Pilgrim? Where do I belong? You get exhausted with life and its cares. Paying daycare here, paying mortgage there, paying a car payment there, and you look up sometimes and what you pay out is more than what you bring in, and you get a little bit exhausted. And the enemy makes you think, because you're in rounds 9 through 12, that it's time to go down, because you're going to get knocked out another time. But oh no, I believe that there's got to be talent, somebody that will say, no, don't you go down. No, oh my God. Sometimes you feel like laying down, but there's got to be somebody that tells you, oh no, you can't stay there. You get stuck there, and you get your second wind. You feel like you want to just look at your ship. You look at him and say, man, I feel like throwing in the towel. I feel like giving up. And you look at him, and he looks at you because you're weak. Oh God, the reason for the towel is so that you don't die in the ring. And if he puts the towel down and throws it in, then you're going to lose. But I made up in my mind, like David, somebody's got to lose, but it's not going to be me. I dare somebody to say, somebody's got to lose. Tell somebody, somebody's got to lose, but it won't be me. Oh God, but they that wait, oh, Shalamando, oh, they that wait